agenda.
It's okay. Sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways. And every now and again, the Lord will give you just what He wants you to say. And other times, you will give Him just what you want Him to say.
Can you put something right here?
Yeah. You wanna say something? Well, praise the Lord, everybody. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it.
That scripture is not like a one you have to like dissect. It's more like a proclamation.
I didn't dissect it. That's not dissecting. That's just my pastoral proclamation.
I'm saying it's more of like this is the day that the Lord has made. More like proclaim.
Yeah, that's how I do it. You know what I mean? This is the day.
This is the day.
You have like an inflection. This is the day.
This is the day.
Well, speaking of day, how was your day? Do you have a peak or a pit? What will be your pit and what will be your peak?
Oh, peak of my day was
you
brought me lunch to work.
I did.
That was nice. The pit of my day was I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I was in a meeting, unfortunately. Thank God it was on Zoom and I wasn't the key player in the meeting.
That's always good.
And I found myself like this.
On Zoom?
Sure, I was. Sure.
You could just easily.
And I was yawning. So then I started doing trying to ease myself out of the camera.
Can you just put your off your,
Well, here's
avatar?
The problem. Me and a colleague were sharing a computer. So me and her were together. Then my senior vice president was also on Zoom.
Oh God.
And then we were meeting with a client and I was yawning and I was like, oh, this is terrible. I guess I should have took 2 days off. Not one day wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that may have been my pit, was that I was yawning. And I mean, one time because I was trying to type and I was like,
yeah,
I needed 2 days.
I think what we should have done as we reflect over this weekend was plan a getaway trip this week. We should have just went somewhere warm, on a beach, and really just sit and reflect on what's going on.
Hi.
Hey,
how are you?
What are you doing?
See guys.
You what?
You should be in the bed, buddy.
I'm almost for sure you should be asleep.
You want to say hi to the people of God?
Hi.
Say hey.
Say yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say thanks for coming.
I'll get that out of your mouth so people can hear your voice.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Yeah. So what a day it has been.
So what was your peak or pit? I didn't hear yours.
Okay. My peak of the day was I took a nap. It's always a peak to be able to go to the mountain top with the Lord. And so I did just that. Little midday, little midday nap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A little midday slumber.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my peak. I didn't really have a pit today. The Lord was kind to me today. I did not have a peak. I'm in a pit. I tell you the truth, I am still tired. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. I'm still a little weary. In well-doing, because what a weekend we had. It was very well.
It was good.
But I am very weary. And
I'm very weary.
I'm very weary. in well doing. But with that, we have a special Sunday coming up this week. And now that I've been installed as the senior pastor of the Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church, I got to prepare myself because this Sunday is Palm Sunday.
My Lord.
And so that is a huge deal.
What did I call you today? Is it?
What did you say? Oh, do you have your sermon ready for Sunday? I'm like, where have you been?
But I said
These
the
past 5
way
days?
that I said it, the way I set it up was, sir, are you working on the triumphal entry? It's time.
It's time
He's
to enter.
He's coming.
It's time to enter.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Hosanna.
In the highest.
And I said, no, I don't have any. No.
God's going to give it to you. You just keep working.
But that's the thing. I've been trying to rest.
So you can work.
The man of God on Sunday morning said, every 6 steps, you need to pause. Every 6 steps, you need to pause. And so I've been trying to pause every 6 steps. Shout out to everybody who's on right now. I see Ellen Black. I see Janae Downs. I see Renee Larson, Dee Dee Gray. I see Sister Liz. Shout out to Sister Liz Johnson. Represent Pilgrim, Bev Douglas.
Bev's in. Hi, Sister Beverly.
Hazel Owens. We'll get to her in a second.
We'll talk about that one.
Oh.
Lavelle.
My God.
We don't even have words.
We don't have words.
Have words.
Lavelle is one of those that's behind the scenes.
But
you know what I mean?
It all.
He's making it work, though.
He's doing it all.
He's making it work. Everybody like, man, how do you change the signs outside your church so quickly?
When I saw somebody send me a picture of the install, one word, install. Lavelle, you a bad boy.
And Lavelle was the one that was picking folk up, dropping folk, going to the airport, going to the hotel,
picking them up, waiting,
going to the church, coming to the this.
Still doing the sign while you still as the ground transportation person. And I was gonna say he's the ground transportation lead. But wasn't nobody else under him. He was the ground transportation.
He was the lead in the committee
of
the
transportation
the lead in the
team. Committee.
So shout out to Lavelle and shout out to we'll do our shout outs.
We're gonna do that.
We'll do our shout outs in a second. I see Isaac Culver's on all the way from Gary. He pulled up this weekend and hung out with us.
Hey Isaac.
And we appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all for logging in tonight. So our weekend didn't begin on Saturday. It didn't begin on Friday. It began on Thursday. And Thursday was CLD Christian. No, it's not Christian. Center for Leadership Development.
Okay, go ahead.
Center for Leadership Development.
Not Christian.
They had a dinner, a special banquet for their scholarship recipients. And our oldest, Dylan Kyle, was one of the recipients.
Yes, he got a scholarship, a high school scholarship. He'll be going to Brebeuf Jesuit.
Shout out to Dill. Shout out to King Dill.
Yeah, so he got to dress up and take pictures and walk all in, be up on the stage. And
yeah, it was a whole
thing. It was nice. It was nice. But that's a lot. The CLD dinner is amazing.
Yeah.
But that was that's a full thing. That's a full program.
It was millions of dollars.
And they gave out over $5 million between high school and college scholarship recipients.
Yeah.
So CLD, Center for Leadership Development, is an amazing organization here in the city. So go King Dill. So
shout out to King Dill and to all the scholarship recipients and all those who received awards and recognition for their hard work.
The community awards.
We had the whole family out there at the banquet. And so that was Thursday. All right. So I'm just kind of giving you some context of how our weekend. All right. So that was Thursday. Then Friday. Friday comes along. And mind you now, this young woman here was the chairwoman of the installation committee. And the closer we got to the weekend, the more anxious this young woman became. And I told her early on that I would not meet you in your anxiety. I told her early on that I will not meet you at the point of your anxiety. And so Friday came, and when Friday came around, her and some of her family were, her and some of her family had tickets to the where did y'all go?
Get it out.
Where'd y'all go?
I'm not gonna help it.
What was Friday?
I'm gonna let you get it out.
It was a concert. New Edition.
There we go.
The New Edition concert. And as we were getting closer to the time of the concert, she was like, am I really going to go to this concert? Why did I say yes to the concert? Why did I say yes? Meanwhile, I was preparing for a panel discussion. All right. This is Friday, right before the big weekend. And so she went to the concert. She had a great time. Did you have a good time?
No, it didn't start like that.
Oh.
First of all, I got a flat tire. Got a flat tire.
Oh my God.
Had to get my car
I forgot about the flat tire.
I got a flat tire. He's on a panel. So who's the next man? My daddy. My daddy comes in 10 minutes. AAA's coming. I'm waiting. Dylan's inside a basketball game. Practice. He has no idea his mother is outside, just sitting in her car waiting for AAA to come. Meanwhile, New Edition, the concert's starting. Tank's just up there probably just singing his heart away with all these ballads. And I'm on the other side of town sitting, waiting for AAA. And you know what? I just got mute because there was nothing I could do. Like,
what do you do?
What am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. But I was just like, I can't get upset. What am I going to do? So thank God I have AAA. Thank God I have a dad that can come and pick me up. So everything worked out. I get home. I probably got home, 8:30. Mind you, concerts just happening. People are posting. I'm nowhere near. Thankfully, though, I had an inside. Somebody had gave me the run a show for the concert.
My God.
So
How did you get the run a show?
Hey, I got connects.
Okay.
So I had to run a show, so I knew where they were at.
You had to run a show.
I literally did. Do you believe me?
I do believe you. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, I have it. So anyway, I had it. So I knew when I got. So anyway, I got there at 9:30. The concert started at 7:30. When I got there, Keith Sweat was finishing his last little whining, and then we went into intermission, and then I saw the whole thing of New Edition, and it was amazing. We had a grand time. I found myself rooting for Bobby so much.
I heard Bobby was taking a lot of breaks.
Yes, he can.
He's earned
He
it.
has been through so much. I found myself just like, go, Bobby, go. Like you can do it. Don't say what I was going to say.
Well, he can do it.
But anyway, long story short.
Of course you know.
Danielle. I owe you a text back. So long story short, like I was like, he's been through so much. Yeah. But he's still here. Like,
he's still here.
Like, no, he can't. Like Bobby DeVoe is like, if the moves were like, Bobby DeVoe's like,
whoa.
Like he's up there. Bobby's right here. There's like,
he's just doing the minimum. He's moving.
So we have in our sorority, when we have dancing, we have low impact, high impact.
Well, it's like a Peloton.
Bobby's on low impact.
Okay.
But that's okay. He's still here. And I think about all the stuff he's been through, from the drug abuse to the alcohol to the many, many people that have died. He's lost 2 children and an ex-wife. Like, that's rough. But guess what?
He's still out there dancing.
He's still here.
He's still singing. He's still touring. He's still connected with the New Edition, despite of the pain he's experienced in his past.
So I say go Bobby. So I was proud of Bobby Brown.
And shout out to Bobby Brown.
Go
man.
Bobby Brown.
You know what I mean?
So that was
low
Friday.
Impact Peloton ride.
That was Friday.
Meanwhile, while she's trying to change a flat tire and get cars towed and try to get to a concert, run a show sent to her, I was in the presence of the Lord. Shout out to the crew, Young Adult Ministry at Eastern Star Church. Shout out to Pastor P. Shout out to Janae Downs, Reverend Janae Downs with the clergy collar. Shout out to Reverend Nicole Barnes and Dr. James Anthony Jackson. We had a good time on Friday night in deep spiritual conversation while the rest of the city was moving and grooving with Bobby Brown. We were in the presence of the Lord having great discussion. So we had a good time on Friday night. And both of us were out late. We get back home and now it is time for Saturday.
So we're not gonna even bore you with the morning because the morning it still wasn't easy. We still had to get the car that was towed and all that stuff. So that wasn't like we didn't just have like we weren't up having like, oh, let's have brunch before the start of installation weekend. Let's like
The devil was busy.
Like trying. Maybe I sent a picture. Is there any way we can show the people without a picture? I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Okay.
Did you send it to the
I sent it to the
shared album?
Yes. Okay. So listen, y'all.
Okay.
I'm just about to set the stage real
All right, we're gonna give y'all our shared album really quick.
Let's say hello to some people real quick. I see Sister Shelly Ford. Hello, Sister Shelly. I see Sister Valerie, Sister Brenda Johnson.
Okay. I see Daryl Brooks. Shout out to Daryl Brooks, Pastor Brooks.
Oh yes.
His church just got a new building on the far east side.
I see Sister Diane.
Okay.
Oh, your text.
Didi Gray. Shout out to Didi Gray. Shout out to Auntie Vanessa.
Hey,
what's going on?
Okay.
Percy Bland, Pastor Carlton Lynch. Y'all on here tonight.
Y'all on here tonight. Okay, so y'all, real quick. So Saturday morning, disaster. But you know what? It was some disaster. Babe, don't show it yet. I ain't set the stage.
Oh, sorry about that. You told me to pull it up. I'm sorry.
Babe, I have to set it up. You know how to tell a story. You don't give the picture.
Sorry about that.
So now it's lost. I don't want to tell it.
Well, tell the story.
No,
okay.
Because you didn't do it right. You don't just go right into the picture. I have to tell the story. Then it's like, boom. The laugh factor is gone.
It's not, well, you have to at least tell them what they just saw.
Well, I'm over it.
Okay, I'm going to tell them. So Saturday, her dress came. This is a dress. Now, first of all, this dress that she was trying to get. What was that? When we went to the radio show, was that Thursday? She's over it. Anyway, so Thursday the dress was supposed to come, but it was in Detroit. And she's like, hey, the dress is in Detroit. It's not going to make it. It's not. She was about to order a whole nother dress to get it shipped overnight. But the Lord was moving while she was changing flat tires, getting cars towed. The Lord was moving on her behalf. So Saturday comes and the dress comes.
Y'all look at that.
And this was not how the dress looked online.
Look at that. It looks like Steel Magnolias circa 1988.
My God.
I don't know. But I was like, disaster. I was devastated.
But wait.
Devastated.
Look at this face.
I was like, what in the world am I? First of all, it got here Saturday at 12:47. Yeah, I ordered the dress 3 weeks ago. I would say 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just take it off. I don't even want to see it anymore. They don't want to see it. They saw it. Take it off. Just they don't want to see that anymore.
Well, can we show them what it? Well, can we show them what it looks like?
I'm gonna. There's
okay. Build it up.
2.
Build it up.
Thank you. So, me and my sister were like, I was like, forget it. I guess I'm not going to the installation. So literally, me and my sister run. And when I say run, we were running to the car.
My God.
We get in the car. We go to my guy.
Somebody said it's modest and cute.
Michelle, thank you. It's awful. Terrible.
No.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. And we run to my place. And I was like, I walked in, I said, it's an emergency. Because mind you, Sunday, it's closed. It's 1:00, you guys. They close at 6. I was like, it's an emergency. It's an emergency. I'm giving all the dramatics.
And the Oscar award goes to.
And my alterations man, he said, don't you worry me. You're not going to be worrying me. It was like, stop it. So then he calls his wife out. And she saves the day.
My God.
She said, guess what? Her name was Mary. A woman named Mary came and saved the day. Show that Mary.
Are you ready?
She literally reconstructed the whole dress. So then this is her reconstructing. We changed the whole dress. We do it high, low. We take it in. It's too big. And then we go to, then I have a dress of, then show them a picture of what it ended up coming up to. She said, come back in 2 hours.
Boom.
Reconstructing the dress. Bam.
Now here's the before. Huh? The
Terrible.
face is in.
Oh, she had to take the
shock.
neck. It was it was too high. She took the neck down. Mary changed.
It went from modest to hottie.
No, that's sharp.
Oh.
Not a hottie. That's sharp.
I still think you look hot in it.
Okay,
you know
thank you. Let's move on. So yeah, so that was.
But
Saturday.
that's a word though. Can I listen? Here is a dress that was not
And
up to
I don't
standard.
look at that dress anymore. Can you please take it off?
This is an illustration. Here is a dress that is not up to standard. So what did she do? She took it to somebody that can alter it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My God.
This is a happen.
She took it to somebody that can alter it, that can change it, that can flip it to something that was presentable. And I don't know who this is for, but maybe your money looks like this, your marriage looks like this, your career looks like this. Is out of place, it doesn't fit. But if you take it to the alterations in Jesus, whose mama name was Mary, she could flip it, turn it, and fix it so you can look presentable. Is there anybody
this is
that can testify?
This is what happens when you're married to a preacher. Everything, well, at least this preacher, everything is an illustration.
You're right, Danielle. This Sunday, you might want to be there for Palm Sunday because this dress is going in the sermon somehow, some way.
Oh my God. You've already just preached it. They're done with it. They're done with it. I'm still laughing at Michelle Harrison. It's modest
It's
and
modest
cute.
and cute.
That's what people try to be kind. Like,
It's modest.
they're trying to find
cute.
something.
It's okay.
It was awful.
It's okay.
But it worked out. So that was Saturday. We get to the church. And then y'all, we had a grand time.
We had a great time.
So we did something different. Saturday night, we did this thing called The Vibe, comedy and concert. And we knew that it was something different. Jay wanted to do something that was expressive of him, things that he enjoys. He loves preaching. He loves music. He loves comedy. And it's like, okay, well then how do we do this? And I think that the goal is that we're still presenting Jesus. We're still presenting church, but packaging it in a different way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the same way. And so we packaged it differently. And I believe, I didn't send a survey out, but I really do believe people truly were blessed and had a good time.
Yeah.
If you were there, can you let us know in the comments?
Let us know in the
how
comments.
did you feel about it? How did you like it? We had a DJ.
Let us know.
Just
Sister Miller, what's up?
What did you think about it? So I really, like I said, when we were on live last week, I really was pushing Saturday night. Like I really, really, really want y'all to come.
Youth Day 92.
Youth Day 92. So it was really, really
the concert and the comedy show was amazing. And now a lot of people did not know what to expect. Yeah. Obviously. Now a lot of people did not know what to expect. We were just telling people, we were telling Pilgrim to come. Telling y'all to come, was telling the church it's a concert and a comedy show. They didn't really know what to expect. And that's where you want the people of God. You want them in a place of expectation. You want them there. So that way, when they showed up and they saw and experienced all that we were offering them, they just had a good time. Now, we didn't start off. So the comedian of the night was Marcus D. Wiley out of Houston, Texas. The music of the night was Thomas in the Situation. But before we got to the actual reason why we were having that night, we had a freestyle cipher of preaching.
We didn't want to just start it like, okay, it starts at 6:00 and we go straight into the concert. Like, we had to do a little something before that.
DJ Godzillas was playing music and he was killing it. He was killing it in the beginning. He was killing it, doing his thing. Then we had the hosts. We had two hosts, two of our good friends, Pastor P, who's a youth pastor at Eastern Star Church, and then Reverend Janae Downs. They came. They set the energy and the atmosphere for us in a powerful way. But before we get to that, let me just say, when I walked into the room and seen all the pews filled,
I was like, thank you.
I just felt like that could have been the installation service, honestly. Like I could have just had Marcus D. Wiley pray for me, had all the preachers come and lay hands and pray, and then I would have been installed in a comedy show. That's how much my heart was for that night, to see all the people come out and be a part of something that they did not
didn't know what to expect. So let's go to this real quick. So Saturday night, what we ended up doing was we opened it up. We had 4 preachers that came up: Hazel Owens, Josh Jenkins out of Washington, D.C., First Baptist Church of Glen Arden, Marco Tenor out of Chicago, and then Warren Belton out of Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church. So we had these boxes. They didn't know what was up under them. And then they had literally a minute to come up with
A sermon.
With the sermon, with
Yep.
whatever these objects were.
Yep.
After they open the box, whatever the object is, you get 1 minute, and you better come and you better preach it. And they killed it.
Tomorrow I'm getting the video from Saturday. We didn't stream Saturday, but we recorded it. I'm getting the video, and we're going to upload those sermons. I don't know if it'll be this week, maybe next week, maybe after Easter. I don't know, but we're going to upload those sermons because it was powerful. Hazel Owens preached a sermon on a iron. Joshua Jenkins from DC, First Baptist Church of Glenarden, he preached a sermon on a pencil sharpener, an electric pencil sharpener. Dr. Marco Tenor preached a sermon about AirPods, Bluetooth headphones. And then Reverend Warren Belton closed it out about a toaster. And then here's what Belton did, though. He preached a sermon called It's Hot in Here. And as he was preparing his sermon, he was lining up all the objects. And then at the close, he just touched on each one. And he killed it. Shout out to Marcus Handy, though, our organist for the evening, was back there killing it on the organ, inviting the Holy Ghost to step in. And those preachers really went all the way in. It was funny, but insightful. It was hilarious, but still encouraging. And it was good all the way around.
What part are you talking about? I'm so sorry.
We're still on the preaching.
Oh, just on the preaching.
Yeah.
They did it good.
Okay, so after the preaching, Thomas in the Situation came. Now, Thomas in the Situation, they're a group here from the city of Indianapolis. And, they work with a lot of people. They work with a lot of artists from around the country. And they came in and they killed it. Now, here's what I love about Thomas in the Situation. First of all, they brought their band, and that was dope. And then, Jay Thomas, he brought the singers. They were dope. And they started off with James Brown and ended it in a worship medley. They started with James Brown and we ended in worship and with everything in between. And I think that really summarizes who they are as a group.
Yeah, they're really good. Jay Thomas is a very good friend of ours. He is he's really just talented.
He's a gifted producer,
really
writer,
gifted.
singer.
He can do it all. He really can.
Yeah.
And he's just he's good. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Then he sang one of my favorites.
What's that?
It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise. That gets me every time. And then the CeCe Winans song that he does.
Yeah.
All my life you have been faithful.
All my life you have been so.
But then before that, he sang his own song, that Grace song. Y'all, that's his song.
My God.
That Grace.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get his permission to see if we can upload a little bit of his set, but you know what I mean? We'll see. But he killed it. So shout out to Thomas in the Situation for pulling up with the whole band.
Did y'all enjoy them?
Yeah, let us know in the comments if y'all enjoyed it. If y'all enjoyed this, they were killing it. Jay Thomas in the Situation is a situation. Okay,
They are a situation. It was.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, Sister Chandler?
How'd you say it?
I know. Sister Chandler.
Chandler.
I said Chandler because the sis kind of got me off. The sis kind of got me off. So yeah, shout out to the preachers. Shout out to Thomas in the Situation. And then all the way from Houston, Texas, Marcus D. Wiley. Man, this dude right here.
He's a problem.
Yeah, he's a problem. Yo, first of all, before we get to that, the guitar man, Steve.
His name is Steve.
He killed it. I thought they were gonna go to the Play That Funky Music white boy. I thought that they was gonna kind of ease over there.
I think that's what they were. I don't know.
But he killed it. The music was off the chain.
Steve is good. He played Newbie.
Yeah. Marcus D. Wiley. So let me tell y'all something about Marcus D. Wiley. I think he's a fourth generation. I think he said his daddy's a preacher, his granddaddy was a preacher, his great granddaddy was a preacher. And according to him, he broke the generational curse, which I don't believe that he did. Mm-mm. God is just doing something uniquely in him and in his ministry of comedy.
Yeah.
And had he took over his dad's church in Houston, in my opinion, I would have moved to Houston just to join the church. I just feel like that church would have just blew up, like a pastor, comic. But as you all heard on Saturday, he has the comedy and he also has a word.
Well, and I think that one of the things about Marcus is just the same thing with the event from Saturday. It's packaged different.
Yeah.
So he don't see himself as being a preacher.
Yeah.
But he has a message, and the message he just delivers it in a way that is in comedy, and he's funny. Because somebody asked me, like, I ain't never heard a Christian comedian. I was like, well, he don't consider himself. He is a Christian. He was like, the woman at the at the store, the cashier is a Christian. You don't call her a Christian cashier.
Right.
She's just a cashier.
Right.
So his comedy, he is a Christian.
And it just comes out in his comedy.
It comes out in his comedy. He's good.
Yeah.
He's really good. And so I hope that you guys thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Saturday.
Wow. This has been a lot. We went from a banquet to a flat tire to a concert to a comedy show and everything in between. And then Sunday morning, my God, Dr. Charles E. Goodman Jr., all the way from Augusta, Georgia, which I've been telling y'all this. He's been my pastor for a long time. I met him when I was in school at Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. When I first got down there, he first got to the church. He followed his predecessor, is Dr. Otis Moss III, who now pastors in Chicago. And before he went to Chicago, he pastored in Augusta, Georgia at Tabernacle, where Dr. Goodman is the pastor. And so I was so happy that Pastor Goodman was able to get to Indianapolis, because he too was at another installation previous day on Saturday morning. People were. Yeah, a lot of people were down there on Saturday. And then on Sunday morning, he pulled up and he preached a sermon, every 6 steps. And he blessed us. He blessed us in a powerful way. He blessed me. He encouraged me as a rookie pastor. And I was so happy that he was able to come. And I was happy that Pilgrim, I was able to introduce to some to the church, Pastor Goodman. Now, here's the thing about like new pastors going into churches, which I'm a part of this wave of, these young preachers going into churches, first time pastors going into older established churches. And the unique thing,
it's a good group of you.
Yeah, it's a handful of us. And the cool thing about like pastors and the pastor and people connection, like new pastor with a congregation, and that connection is like the people are not just getting their pastor. The people are getting the pastor and who that pastor is connected to, their circle of influence, their mentors, their colleagues, their peers, and being able to expose the church, not just to the pastor, but to who the pastor is connected to. So I'm grateful that on my first Sunday that I did not preach, we had a powerful preacher in one of my mentors, my big brother, one of my pastors, Dr. Charles E. Goodman Jr. And I was excited to be able to showcase, if you will, or expose the church to the powerful preaching of Dr. Goodman. So shout out to Goody, who unfortunately he couldn't hang out with us Sunday night. He had to go to Atlanta and preach at
Morehouse.
Yeah, Morehouse. So, but he blessed us. And then our youth dance, they did their thing. And we just had a good time. We had a good worship experience on Sunday morning. 4 people came and got connected to the church. I think 1 is looking to get baptized. So God moved on Sunday morning, and we had an amazing time, an amazing experience. So shout out to everybody who tuned in or pulled up on Sunday morning. We appreciate your presence. And then, after church was over, there was like a handful of people from Pilgrim that did like a tailgating situation. They ordered some food and they literally stayed at the church from the time morning worship ended to the time the installation service began. They were serious about, I kept telling them, get there early. And so they just stayed. And that was pretty dope. And so then I'm gonna let the chairwoman speak of her experience, because after church, I went home and I went to sleep and I had no idea what this woman was up to. Do you want to share your experience in between services as the chairwoman of this installation committee, and how you were moving and grooving to make sure that the installation service flowed?
Well, I wasn't just the chair of the installation service. I was the installation chair of like the whole thing.
You know what I'm saying? You were the chair of the installation committee. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I didn't mean to shortchange the chairwoman.
Yeah, don't shortchange it that I was just for the service, because it wasn't just the service. It was the whole weekend. I think I'm still tired. Sorry, man of God. Okay, so listen, what happened after church?
I don't know. I wanted to
I had to come home. I was hurrying up. I was trying to edit my list of program participants that were coming because I had to give it to another set of people at the church that were going to be receiving the men and women of God that were going to be on programs. I had to come and edit that. Then I had to go and get my hair curled. Then I had ordered more reserve signs. I took them up to the church. Something told me to go before I went to get my hair curled.
The small, still voice.
I should have listened.
See, that's the voice of the Holy Ghost.
At 3:30. Y'all.
My God.
I got there at 3:30. People, cars, everywhere.
It was crazy.
It was literally, I just was so like, what?
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was literally cars everywhere. And
yeah, y'all showed out.
Y'all were not playing. At 3:30, y'all, the installation started at 5. 3:30, droves just coming. And I was like, whoa. And so then I'm out there. People are like, what are you doing out here? And I'm just like, I need cones. Where are the cones? The cones are here. And then I wanted to drive the route of see where, like the barns, people had parked at barns and all that stuff or whatever. The shuttle bus was there, parked, ready.
Yeah.
And so it was like really, really, really cool. And so then I was like, Janelle, then I was thinking to myself, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to stay here. And then I was thinking, no, your husband needs to come to his own installation. So I went home and picked him up. And so, no, we were not, like, for real, get there early. And so we came and I came in, we had programs, we had all this stuff. So we get there.
Man, listen, I told her I wasn't going to meet her in her anxiety. I think we were quiet all the way to the church. I think I think we didn't really say much to each other from the time we left this house. And I think the church is like 7 minutes away. So it was a quiet 7 minutes.
Don't tell all of our business.
It was a quiet 7 minutes. She's texting away. Get the cones. Get the reservation signs. Make sure the participants are in the holding room. Who is who? What is what? Are the ushers in place? Are the seats there? Meanwhile, I'm just...
Oh, God.
So we get there, and man, when we got there, I was like, what is happening? Why is it already packed? We got there like 4:30, I think, like 4:45.
We were very, very.
It was almost 5. Okay, we got there at the start. Yeah, we were pushing it.
We were pushing it, and I asked Janelle when I saw her, she was like, okay, yes, I'm fine. I felt so bad. I wasn't my bubbly self. That's why I had to get up and apologize. But Danielle and her sister Tiffany, they love me and they know that.
No,
they've seen me in this zone.
Well, first of all, let me give y'all some background of what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not even the chair. I'm not even a part of the installation committee. But I get a text from Lavelle. Shout out to Lavelle again. Because not only was he over transportation, he was also over the overflow room. So he's over the overflow room. And before I left the house, he's like, yeah, we found the computer. But the sound is not. Well, when I get to the church, he's like, everything is hooked up, but the sound is not working. I'm like, and evidently the overflow room is already packed at 4:50.
They said people were in the overflow at 4:30.
So it's packed at 4:30. There's no sound. So
mind you, people are still coming. And then we have
I'm suited and booted in a 3-piece suit, running on the other side of the church. Everybody trying to speak. I'm sweating. Like,
right. And that's it. Everybody's trying to speak. I can't speak right now. I cannot speak. I'm so sorry.
So I'm trying to go find Dwayne, who's over the sound. Like, Dwayne, the sound and the overflow is not working.
And people are in the overflow.
It's packed. And he's like, well, the stream hasn't started yet. So I rush over back to the overflow. I'm like, Lavelle, he's over here. He's trying to plug stuff in. He's trying to do something. Like he said, the stream is not working. He said, well, the stream is on. So then I'll rush back into the sanctuary. I'll see people in the vestibule with chairs out, sitting on the benches. It's packed. Everybody fanning. I'm like, Dwayne, please go back there, bro.
You have to go.
It's at this point, it's like 4:59.
Meanwhile,
the sound is not working. So then we rush. I try to get back into the overflow room. Meanwhile, the preachers are now in this long line.
And it's 1,000 of them. 1,000 preachers.
The preachers are processing in the hallway, and everybody. At this point, I'm just shaking everybody's hand like it's a starting lineup. I'm just shaking everybody's hand, high-fiving people.
Meanwhile, I am melting down.
So then I say, I give up on the sound. Hopefully they fix that. So then I just go back to my family, and I see Janelle just like. Well, first my dad is like, son. First, my dad's like, son, it's 5:00. Are we starting soon, or do you know? I don't know. The sound of the overflow is not working.
Meanwhile, I can't understand why the 1,000 preachers are in the hallway and not in their seats. And I look in, and people are in their seats. So then my friend, who is me, because I can't be me, because I got to be this doting wife, she's like, Janelle, I can't process them in because people are in their seats. And then I'm thinking, I thought we discussed this. So I'm opening the side door. Mind you, you're not supposed to come in like in the procession on me. I'm like, woo! I'm on the side door. Get him out! I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
so then,
and there's people in there.
Yeah.
That are sitting in the clergy that they were clergy, but you couldn't sit right. You can't sit on the second row right now. You're not a program participant. Or there are people that were like, you're not a program participant. So I am like, and then I think we were like trying to close the door, and I'm opening the door. Get out. And because it's 5:07, it's supposed to start at 5. In my mind, to everybody else, we were only 7 minutes late. In my mind, we were 17 minutes late because I really wanted the processional to start at 4:50. So do you see why I'm like down, down, down? In the meantime, hey, and I'm just like,
can you take a picture, Pastor? Oh, congratulations, Pastor. The sound of the overflow doesn't work.
And the clergy are in the hallway. 1,000 of them, and people are sitting in
and I'm sweating out my suit already.
And then our kids are going down, down.
I had Jay Rails who was capturing all of this. He's capturing all of this. I'm rushing back to my office trying to find a towel. Then Jeffrey wants to follow me. He's trying to get to his Paw Patrol toys. Yeah, y'all have no idea.
His little Paw Patrol.
I have no idea what was going on behind
and then the little baby didn't want to be held other than he wanted Joy to hold him. I mean, so then we thought we were time for a processional. Then Sherry starts a whole nother song of Lord, You Are Good. I said, okay.
And I wanted to be there. This was my song request. I said, Sherry, I know you already got your playlist together, but can you please play?
She probably didn't know what to do.
Lord, You Are Good.
You had 1,000 people parade in as clergy. She had to keep going. So then I was like, okay, well, she's going to sing Lord, You're Good. Okay, let's go back. So then we go. Jay just stands. I think he needed to be by himself. So me and the kids. I think you and Dylan both stayed.
Wait, Dylan was in the hallway with y'all.
With you?
No, I was in the sanctuary worshiping with the saints.
You went in before the parade?
I was in the back.
Before the procession?
Yeah, people are like recording me. I'm like, bro, I'm worshiping. So
I go back. I go back to the other.
Funny.
I go back over to the other side. So the picture. Wait, that picture, show them that picture right here.
Wait, what picture?
The one where we finally got the dress. This is when I am just like, I'm just waiting. There, you guys are in there. It's just, Lord, You Are Gooding it. And I'm just trying to just stay calm. And then I'm just trying to catch my breath. I have peanut butter crackers in my hands because I haven't eaten since breakfast. Which I'm like, okay. So then I'm just waiting. You guys are many doors you've opened, so many ways you've
and I'm in that thing like, meanwhile, people are like, look, he's worshiping. And so then after the song is over, shout out to Sister Vicky who allowed us to come on Saturday morning for the Senior Saint show on
I don't even think I got to speak to
on the
Sister
light.
Vicky. I think
so. Poor Sister Vicky we're just in the hallway. It's a complete meltdown on the. We just look like we look bad as a family unit.
We're just
Jeffrey's crying with two Paw Patrols in either hand. Jeremiah's crying. These long jackets he has on. It's not. And Sister Vicky, I think she saw how
we were. It's not. This isn't the time.
She took her little selfie stick. It was like later. I'm like yes. Later. It's not a time for selfie or your stick, please. Oh my God.
Oh, we weren't well. We were. I really had to like.
It was bad.
We weren't well. And so then
it was really bad.
It was.
So then we finally processed in, and meanwhile we're waiting to process in, and Jeffrey. So like, I think Janelle wanted to hold Jeremiah as we walked in.
Wait, Sister Beverly said. Third walked past her pushing a suitcase because
I think that was all of his toys, wasn't it?
Jeffrey brought all of his toys in a suitcase, and he was serious pushing that suitcase. But thank God we didn't push the suitcase down the middle aisle. Oh my God,
y'all! So then, so I think Janelle wanted to hold the baby as we walked in, and Dylan was to like hold Jeffrey's hand. But Jeffrey did not want to hold Dylan's hand or whatever. No, I think Jeffrey wanted to hurt. He was like trying to pull Dylan, like, come on. And Dylan's like, it's not time. So then I just grabbed Jeff. I'm like, bro, just come walk with me.
I gave Jeremiah to Dylan.
And then Jeffrey kept looking up at me. I want a church. I want a church. I want Are you sure? The sound's not working in the overflow.
People are sitting in the clergy seats. The clergy is in the hallway. We're 8 minutes behind schedule. 18 minutes in my schedule. I mean, I was fit to be tired. And then we're supposed to be walking in. Whoop, whoop. Mind you.
Nobody knows any of this.
But mind you, the middle aisle, we can't even walk holding each other's hand because we have chairs going down the middle aisle because everybody showed up, which we are very grateful. God,
we had to walk.
So they were walking in a single file line.
And I just felt like, am I by myself here? What's going on? Where's my family? I'm just by myself. Are there any seats left? Is there a seat left?
It was rough.
Wow.
And then when we sat down, I still wasn't well. I wasn't well.
No, I was. Once we sat down, I was good. Janelle.
Well, because I know it. So then I finally put my phone down. Would you like 2 waters? Just give me a water. I don't know.
No. Janelle was treating the deacons like they're waiters at a restaurant.
No, I was not.
Give me 2 waters and a banana, please.
No, I wasn't. No. The one asked me, do I want a water? Sure, please get a water. No, I did have to ask one of our very faithful deacons.
Yeah, Deacon Brown is dope.
No, first of all, Deacon Brown always comes through. I really needed a banana because my sugar was getting low. Because I hadn't eaten all day. And I was thinking, okay, well, if I pass out, that's going to be pretty dramatic up here. Like, we're already packed to this thing. So someone's going to have to come bring a gurney down the middle aisle and put me on it. Like, I did not want to make a scene.
The way Deacon Brown brought that banana out with that napkin, like, I'd be dying. Bro.
I think he could have did it more discreetly, but he put it on a napkin. And what is it, a diaper? Yeah, welcome to our world.
Oh my God, dog. Shout out to Deacon Brown, bro. Bringing out that
having my back. And so then, mind you, y'all saw that pretty dress I'm sitting in. I'm on the front row, like, and a banana is not like a Cheez-It. I'm like,
how do you hide a banana? First of all, you have to peel it. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Peel the banana.
But I was thinking a banana, the potassium and stuff. I thought because like one banana can give you, there's like a whole thing with it. Like one banana can give you all the energy of something. I just read it. So I was thinking, what do we have back there that could help me that we don't fall? I really didn't want to pass out because I just thought that would be a little bit too dramatic. And we were kind of too packed for like me to pass out. Like I just didn't think it was appropriate for me to pass out.
I was dying.
So then
I was laughing when he brought that banana on that night. I'm like, this has to be.
Yeah, we need a show so bad because the stuff.
But
y'all don't see all this stuff.
No, y'all don't.
But all this was going on behind the scenes. So I finally got myself.
I was good.
I think after the banana.
I was good once we sat down.
I had to text a couple of things. Somebody come get this resolution, to tell Pastor Brian about the resolution. And then the other thing was later in the evening, I had to text and give the number to the bus driver for the shuttle, because the shuttle was supposed to be over at 8.
Oh,
we were still in there. I'm thinking, do not let him leave. Do not let him leave. So
yeah, that was very.
Yeah, it was wild.
Shout out to the chairwoman. She really held it down. She really held that thing down.
And mind you, remember, I started off Friday with a flat tire, you guys. So, and then a dress that was from circa 1988 that had to be fixed. I think the only event was Saturday. That was
I told you we could have just ended it.
Sailing.
We could have just ended it Saturday.
Sunday morning was smooth sailing. But that Sunday evening,
man,
whoa,
you are so funny, dog. So wait. But wait though, let's just really, all right. So we gave y'all the background of and the sound eventually started working. So shout out to everybody who was in the overflow. I came back there a couple of times. The first time I had to say, y'all, we're having some technical difficulties. Please bear with us.
See, I didn't even know you were dealing with all of that.
Yes.
I didn't know any of that was going on. I came in with the programs, and my mother-in-law she really could not understand why I was fooling with programs.
Bro, I had to go back there and tell them we're having technical difficulties. Just wait for it. But once the service started, everybody that y'all seen that y'all saw get to the mic that night has had an impact on my ministry in some way. Whether it's just been there for me, most of them have allowed me into their pulpits to preach to their congregation. So it was so good to see all of them there and show up. And then for all the preachers who just came to support. That was dope to see. So
yeah, it was nice.
So shout out to everybody who came out to be a part of the special night. And man, we had a good time. Family came from all over the place, from Denver to California, from Texas, from Chicago, everywhere. And let me
Lynn Sigmund came from Florida.
Man, listen.
Sister Lynn came from Florida.
So I was like, when I first got to the mic, I said I'm overwhelmed. That was the God's honest truth. I don't really do well with people celebrating me. I don't do well with receiving compliments. We're not going to unpack that here. That's just from our therapy sessions. But it was very overwhelming for me, and to see all the love and the support and the encouragement on that night, that whole week, really the entire month, it was just completely overwhelming. And for the sanctuary to be filled to capacity, then for the overflow, people stayed. Like during the offering, I went back there again just to thank the people. I said, I know this is not ideal for you to be in the overflow, but y'all stayed and y'all kicked it with it. I was so grateful, grateful for them, man. And it was just completely overwhelming. And then to see everybody there and the fun that we had, that entire weekend, and then to think about our grandparents and, the homies that are no longer with us, and that they didn't have a chance to be a part of the whole thing. It was tough. So I'm grateful. My heart is filled. I'm so glad that y'all all came out to be a part of the special weekend. And man, the best is yet to come, man. First of all, again, I gotta give a shout out to Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church. Y'all have been so amazing over these past several months in the midst of this transition. I know that Saturday was completely out of the box, but y'all, I don't know if y'all are probably thinking Pastor, now you sure you don't want to do it? No, Pastor, but y'all stuck with me. Y'all ride or die, and y'all were open to the concept. I think they were open to the concept, and y'all received. I think the people received it well. They had a good time, and it was pretty dope. That's why I told them Sunday morning, I said, look, Saturday was church. Saturday was literally church. We had a word, you know what I'm saying? We had music, we had worship, we had praise, we had fellowship. It was just packaged differently. So shout out to everybody who played a part. You want to show them some pictures?
Sure.
Okay.
How do I pick which ones we show?
Let's start with Saturday.
Saturday night.
Okay, let me see.
What do you want to?
All right, so now we don't have what? What are you laughing about?
Can you show that?
Yeah.
I thought it's music.
Can y'all hear this? I don't know if y'all can hear this, but this is just a video of Thomas in the situation. This is when we turned the corner from James Brown to worship, and so that was pretty dope. Of course, Marcus D. Wiley, you know what I mean, pulled up. And then Saturday, can we show them? I mean, I guess we're already showing them. But Saturday night, a few of us went out to dinner. And these are all the homies that came from out of town. And my brothers, you know, Lavelle, who was over our transportation.
Thank you, Lavelle.
You know what I mean? And this guy right here, this is the one that preached about the pencil sharpener. You know what I'm saying? And then
do we have a picture of Jimmy?
I don't have a picture of Jimmy.
Jimmy was there. He was there Saturday night and Sunday morning. He is a filmmaker, producer.
Oh, I got
director.
pictures. Jordan sent me some pictures.
And y'all check out. He has is his movie on Netflix?
Nah.
What was it on?
BT.
It's called Sinners Wanted.
Yeah, Sinners Wanted.
That's Jimmy.
And then
wait, are you gonna say something about
what?
What pants?
Oh yeah. So let's go back to Saturday, shall we? Dun 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 dun. Check out my sister's pants. Homegirl came with those sequence pants and killed the show.
He's so wrong.
Man, listen. Let me tell y'all about these pants. This pants has history. These pants go all the way back during the 1970s when the disco ball was popular.
First of all, he's like, you really gonna wear those disco pants? I said, I'm very committed to my pants. When I first put them on, our 1-year-old started singing "Happy Birthday to You." Then the week of, I could not find the pants. Y'all's pastor hid my pants. He didn't want me to wear them. He did not want me to wear the pants, so he hid them.
I didn't have faith.
But on Saturday night, he kept saying, "Oh, you so fine." See,
I didn't
you
have
gotta
faith
trust
in the pants.
me. I told him, I said, I am committed to these pants.
I did not have faith
with me on
in these
pants.
I did not have faith in the pants. And I think she was about to wear a lime green jacket with those pants. I definitely was not a fan of that. That was not my vote.
I did the pink. I calmed it down.
You
So
know what
look,
I mean?
it looked nice on stage.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it looks nice. So shout out to the disco pants. They made it. They made it through. You know, those pants are the real MVP. You feel me? So these are the preachers that pulled up on. Well, all right. So this is my guy Daryl Hall from Atlanta. This is Marco. He preached. Dr. Charles E. Goodman. He preached Sunday morning. And this is Pastor Darian Bowie, who celebrated 4 years at Progressive and pulled up on us
after his service.
Yeah, after service. This is Janelle's. I think this is the crew that went to New Edition on Friday.
This is my family, my sister and my 2 cousins.
And so shout out to Nene, Nikki, always holding it down. That's her sister, our older sister. And these are her cousins. And so, yeah, you know what I mean? They came through. They came through and blessed us. They blessed us. Oh, what day was this? All right, so Sunday. All right, so Sunday after all of that y'all heard us talk about, a few of us went to hang out, and this was amazing because a few of the people here, like the Sharps and my guy back here, Pastor McFarland from Lexington, Kentucky, they had just came from a installation service on Saturday in Detroit. Then both of them flew back to their home cities and their home churches to preach on Sunday morning. And then they came back to Indianapolis, drove to Indianapolis to be a part of the installation service. And so it was pretty dope to see, to have all the support there. And yeah, and we had an amazing time, an amazing experience, man. So yeah. And then this is just a nice picture. After all that chaos pre-service, they're just loving on each other. Anyway, so
they're cute.
Yeah. Do we have the one with look? There's all 3 of them. King Deal, the oldest bro, holding it down. A picture with Nana. She was about to shout.
Yeah, I was like, let me move this story along. In my remarks when I was talking about her, I just moved it right on along. So it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So,
yeah, so we thank y'all so much for rocking with us.
Yeah.
And we really had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And it was good stuff.
It was good. Now we begin the work. You know what I mean? Now we begin the work. So this Sunday is Palm Sunday. So we start at 11 a.m. We're celebrating the triumphal entry of Jesus on his way to Calvary.
Yeah.
And as we prepare for Resurrection Sunday. So we're excited about that. And I know that there's countless Seven Last Sayings services throughout the city. So make sure you find one and get plugged in. I'll post a flyer soon of the one that I'll be participating in.
Oh, wait, I know who we did shout out right here.
Oh, my God. Yeah, go ahead.
Cora Butler. Cora, we're grateful. Because in all this, when we were doing the funny part, we really weren't being funny. We were really telling you the truth.
We weren't laughing in the moment.
We're laughing now. We're doing about the sound and people in the clergy seats and all that stuff. Cora was the one holding it down with all them preachers, making sure there was an order, making sure they was lined up.
Man.
And today I called her. She didn't answer the phone. I texted her yesterday. I said, well, I guess that's over. I don't think she's talking to me anymore because of the preacher. But no, Cora held it down. Cora, thank you, literally, sis. You're amazing. So thank you so much for holding it down.
Yeah. What?
Oh, Cora. Yeah, Cora, thank you so much. I did. She did finally call me back this evening. We're still friends.
Were y'all still friends?
You're still friends. So thank you so much, Cora, for holding it down for me. And
yeah. Shout out to my guy Addison. He was there. He came, man. So Addison came at there's a few people that came right at 5.
He got his flight, got in.
Yeah.
People were asking us why did y'all start at 5:00?
Man, we got friends that preach on Sunday mornings.
Our friends are preachers. We want them to come.
They
have to preach their own. They have a job. We want them to come.
Yeah, and then not only that, the man of God who preached on Sunday. Well, we didn't even talk about his sermon.
Oh yeah, we did not.
See, this is why he the GOAT. This is why he is the GOAT. But anyway, he
open the book. Bring the book. Open the book.
Yeah. Read the book. And preach and teach from the book.
Because you can do a whole lot with the book.
Oh my God, you can expand the platform if you just open the book. And there's so many preachers that are on pedestals that ain't even bringing the book.
Well, they're on pedestals, but they need to be on platforms.
Yeah.
Jesus is on a pedestal.
Oh my God.
Preachers are on a platform.
But yeah, so that's why we started at 5, because he has 3 services and the last one ends at what, 2?
Close to 2.
So there's no way to have a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock service.
And he is his name is Jeffrey Johnson, and his name is Jeffrey Johnson. And they have to. It is a necessity to have a nap.
Man, listen, the Bible says that God never sleeps nor slumbers.
And he gives
sleep to those that he loves. And I know the Lord loves me because not only did he die for my sins, but he gave me rest.
Oh, my Lord. So, yes, so that's why I started at 5, everybody. Okay?
So, but yeah, shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to everybody who traveled near and far to be a part of the great celebration. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. So, listen, may the Lord God keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord turn his countenance towards you and grant you peace. And I pray.
Wait,
that you'll pull up.
I'm sorry. Was that your benediction?
Yeah, this is my benediction.
I was laughing at this. He needs his honey and his money.
Yeah, that dude is a fool, man.
He's crazy. Can you do your benediction one time? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay, lady chair lady.
I am okay. Well, the chair. I'm done now. It's over.
Yeah. Oh, here's another bar from Sunday morning. Do not drag the gospel through the mud.
Yeah.
May the Lord God bless you. May the Lord God keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord turn his countenance towards you and grant you peace. And I pray that you're not too stuck up to laugh. And I pray At every 6 steps, you pause and praise. And I pray that you open the book, that you read the book, and don't put your pastor on a pedestal. That belongs to Jesus, but put him on a platform so that the kingdom of God can be advanced. And I pray that this will happen tonight and forevermore. We'll see y'all next time. Pull up on Sunday, Palm Sunday at 11 a.m. at Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church.
Or, no, there's no or.
Okay.